Alright, welcome back from the Cathedral Deep with my arm clipping through the hat. So let's, before continuing, let me see if I can trigger a dialogue here outside. I don't remember if it happens or not. Oh, hello there. No,
Hat,
it's not yet.
the hat like that, I should be able to pick up Sky Sports.
It's not, I don't remember what's the term in
Satellite
English.
dish.
Yeah, satellite dish. Alright, now we're gonna do things a bit more aggressively to start with. Might as well. Alright, starting with, if I remember correctly, it's right here. Yes, now we're gonna try to drop in literally on the giant in order to kill him. No, he has harassed us enough times, so might as well. And he doesn't have too much of a health, I just only need to watch out for the leg attacks eventually. There we go. This is not a sewer level, but it might as well be with all this muck. There you go, it's almost already dead. Turns out I just only needed to be aggressive. There we go. Oh, it's not yet dead? Okay, one last shot. Here you go. Again, thankfully this is not the kind of franchise that has an enemy when he's dead falling down on you and, you know, oh great, we get dung pies again. And, you know, crushing you with that treasure ahead. First let me just solo a nameless soldier ×4. And since the giant doesn't respawn, you know, it means that now if I pass it through, you know, the up above passage, I'm not gonna get harassed anymore. And we get the maiden set. Let me see if the item description tells me something lore-wise. White hood worn part of her normal attire regardless of rank. It is soft and well made, but ill-suited to use for battle. No, okay, no, nothing lore particular. On. Alright, let me see if I can open this door. Yes! I forgot actually where this leads to, but... God damn it. Ugh. Oh wait, hold on. I don't remember. Let me just pop an ember just to be sure. I don't think... Let me see where this door opens to.
A pit. Game over.
Thankfully, no. Oh, okay, it's another... I don't think it's a shortcut, but let's see. We get a Saint Bident. Okay, I guess it's a weapon. I'm gonna check it later. 2 Homeward Bones. And nothing on this side. I guess it's the back entrance. But the cool thing is that, again, looking at the horizon, we get the signature in the Taka Miyazaki thing of, you know, oh, I used to be there on the horizon and now I'm here bit. You know, the thing that Todd Howard kept selling about the whole, see that mountain, you can climb on it. Except in this case, it actually works. Alright, the Saint Bident, a silver bident decorated by a holy symbol, formerly wielded by Saint Clint. He discarded his weapon, that draws upon one's fate, on the day that he put his own fate behind him. Skill charge, hold spirit and waste, blah 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 blah. Oh well, what a shame.
Right.
Go on, Waves, why not?
So recently I've continued my excursion through the through the Showa Godzilla films.
Where are you right now?
Before I get there, I've watched, the ones I've watched most recently are Son of Godzilla,
Oof. Yeah, I think we
which,
talked about that in the previous part.
yeah, well, okay, since you talked about it there, I don't want to mention anything else about it again. Destroy All Monsters, which is basically the first Avengers Endgame of the series.
Yeah, basically, Royal Rumble style.
It was fine. It was basically trying to have a big epic finale while also kind of still having the tone of the first two movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was All Monsters Attack, which was shit.
If I recall correctly, that's the one where the child has a daydream where, you know, he dreams to be along with Vanilla.
Yes, and yeah, that film's basically all one of quite a few of my most hated film things in one. A story about a stupid kid with a botched bullying arc, coupled with a monster that I don't really like, and it talks.
Ugh.
Yes, you're in Manila. The Godzilla's wretched offspring actually talks in that film.
Christ.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't realize that they had offspring.
It didn't even feel like a. Honestly, it's barely over an hour long. It doesn't even feel like a movie. It just feels like some weird made-for-TV special that somehow made it into cinemas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like it with some of the movies. I can tell you, thankfully, there is where it improves afterward.
I mean, could you? Yeah, imagine 1969. That's where the whole series ended because of All Monsters Attack.
That's not very nice.
Well, I've got five more films after that in my collection.
Mm-hmm.
Although recently I found on Amazon Prime that the next film they did after that, The Return of Godzilla from '84, is on Amazon Prime. It's only available in English, but better than nothing.
Also, it's only that on Amazon Prime? How specific?
Yeah, it's weird. There's no, in terms of like legal releases here in the UK, the next one after all that is Shin Godzilla.
Mm-hmm. The one where Hideaki Anno did. Lloyd's Sword Ring. Let me see if...
Yeah, so at the moment, there's no way I can watch Final Wars.
Which is a shame.
Yeah, because I've watched some video reviews of it, and it looks not like a good movie or anything, but it looks epic.
It has the satisfaction factor, you know, because it tries to incorporate, you know, almost every single kaiju that, you know, has been featured until that point.
Although one thing I will say, for a film meant to pick up the 50th anniversary of the whole franchise, why did the director decide, I know who I'll get to compose for my movie? A British prog rock musician.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Keith Emerson did quite a few of the tracks in Final Wars. I have heard a few of them, but since the tracks are on Apple Music, I don't know. It kind of feels like Emerson was making those up on the fly. He only had 2 weeks to do the score. It kind of shows. So, which is why I think they got two other guys to do some replacement tracks.
Also, in the meantime, I can tell you, because, you know, you probably only know by, the others doesn't know, but YouTubes, you only know it by, you know, just reading a bit about it. Instead, since this is gonna be uploaded in November, I had the misfortune of, you know, convincing Deji to watch Joker Folie à Deux for Halloween night. How
did that go?
Do you want the details or just the generic version?
Just the bullet points.
I got drunk as shit and I probably reproposed part of the alcohol at some point. I have basically a bit of a hazy spot towards the second half of the movie. Like, I know what the plot is, it's just that I don't remember exactly what I was doing. You'd have to ask Pedro and Deji.
Do I even want to?
I found out from Deji.
I can tell you...
Was the movie that bad?
Well, okay, Pedro found it more boring than anything, but to me, yes. I kind of tend to have, in regards, a bit to the first movie because of, you know, the importance that it gives to, you know, mental health, but this one almost trivializes the whole thing, and, you know, it, like many people said, it really feels, you know, like it was made by and for people who hated the first movie, which is just petty. It's the classic mentality of being petty. And again, you know, when it came to, you know, me getting drunk as shit, this basically goes up there with some of the worst. Okay, the audience knows mostly about, you know, the final part of Raven's rap. You know,
I was gonna ask, how does it compare to that?
Oh no, it's worse. Absolutely worse.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like, with Advent Dark Force, I retained all the alcohol. That's the thing that, you know, that separates the difference there, you know. With Joker Folia Do, no. I distinctly remember, you know, a more of a violent aftermath. Alright, let's get into this room, since we weren't doing that in the last part. And we get an ember. And there's a monster that dropped us. Jesus Christ, you look... yeah, oh, sorry. Lives, do you mind quoting the Predator? Sorry, the first Predator movie for this?
What, sorry?
The classic quote from Predator, you know.
Run, get to the chopper?
No, you look like one ugly motherfucker.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
Or, as in, you know, in Predator... Christ. In Predator 2, where the Predator finishes the line, and he's like, you ugly motherfucker. I don't know why Drova still likes that movie that much. Sure, it's better than the Predator, but man, it's still so rough around the edges. Not so much for the casting. I actually like the changing protagonist and the urban jungle, but the script is so awful. Again, not as much as the Predator, but... there we go. Please stay down. And we get Aldrich Sapphire. Let me check, it's another ring. A malformed ring left by Aldrich. If you forgot, one of the Lord of Cinders that we need to convince to get back on the thrones. Saint of the Deep. Recovers FP from critical attacks. Aldrich, infamous for his appetite for flesh, apparently had the desire to share with others his joy of imbibing, I guess, the final shudders of life while luxuriating in his victim's screams. What a nice guy. Alright, so let's get... oh, I forgot about the Templar guy. Please get here.
Yeah, please.
I don't have all day. Yeah, thankfully I can backstab. Oh no, you don't! Fucking miracles, man. That's the worst part about this cleric type. It's not just about the whole, you know, heavy suit of armor and being bigoted. The fact that they also specialize in healing spells. Ow. Fuck. Alright, let's get her back to souls and move on from there. Why not? Alright, Waves, as a reminder, because I forgot, I know that I asked this question, but I don't remember if you answered properly nor if there have been updates. Are there any movies releasing in November, which you seem to be caring about to go see?
Gladiator 2.
Alright, I forgot. I had the Mandela effect that it was supposed to release next year instead of, you know, the end of this one. I haven't still seen a single trailer.
Let's what else is there?
How many years is set in universe, you know, after the first movie? I forgot.
That I don't really know.
Because, you know, I was wondering, like, will they have at least Morgan Freeman's character turning? I remember him surviving. So why not?
I know there are Jacobies in it.
Sure. I know that in my country there was a temporary release of Cyborg 009 versus Devilman in theaters, but I sadly was not able to see it. Basically, two Go Nagai properties going against each other. Seems that Japan is having a bit of a renaissance in having, you know, these kind of weird crossovers, because Hideaki Anno, which I mentioned before, also had something going on with some of the stuff that he did. His version of Godzilla, his version of Ultraman, and of course Evangelion, having a crossover with each other. So bizarre.
Well, there's that new Clint Eastwood movie,
Oh, he's making...
Juror Number 2.
He's still making those. My god.
Although apparently there's rumor going around this could be his last film.
Okay, not to be mean-spirited, but I kind of hope so, because honestly, the more the movies went on, the more they started to be a bit preachy. Like, the movie about the pilot, who actually had to land the... I forgot his name, to land the plane.
Sully?
Sully. Yes, that one I did not mind too much, you know, still real-life events, and, you know, it was fairly okay. Same goes for the Two Sides movie from the Korean War, which was Flags of Our Fathers and Letters from Iwo Jima. Those were okay, but my god, American Sniper was just... I don't understand the appeal. Sorry. Gran Torino was okay, technically okay, but with I argue it has aged not very gracefully. And less being said about Richard Jewell, the better.
Or was that one where he cast the actual people on that terrorist incident?
I don't remember.
Yeah, there's not much in November, to be honest.
I guess because we're saving up for the Christmas season. Are you going to see Mufasa, Twins?
No.
But Twins, the fur glow! John wants to tell you about the fur glow!
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
it's a competition. It's a competition with Sonic 3, so I know exactly what kind of movie between the two you two are going to see. And to be honest, I'm partially tempted to see it for myself in theaters.
I mean, I know it's like a slightly different team, but they've been handling Shadow pretty damn well lately, so I have hope.
We'll have to see. Alright, let's try to ignore the Templar here and move on directly back where I lost my soul. I want to try to defeat Kirk, because it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but at the same time I don't want to deal with all these micro enemies. There we go. Let's get big souls. Alright, let's also pull the lever and see what happens. It raises a platform. Well, it's supposed to be a mixture between a grate and a bridge. But it allows me to pass if I want to. So don't worry about that. If I recall correctly, I can pull the lever again if I want to. Christ. If I want to, you know, retract the thing. There you go. Alright, let's try to move. Do I want to waste another... Do I want to waste another ember for that? There's another giant there, but I dare not to awakening right now. Let's instead go here.
Yeah, I've been looking up other movies, other kaiju films, and I've noticed there's a King Kong movie that was made in Japan. That's not
By Universal.
Yeah, it's called King Kong Escapes.
I don't know anything about that. I know that there was an animated movie towards the end of the 90s called The Mighty Kong that was done, but I don't know if it was done by WB Animation or not. And it's basically the most sanitized version of retelling of the story of King Kong that you can imagine. To give you an idea, dweebs, they made Kong survive the end, which is partially the entire point of the story, the fact that he dies. So, no idea what they were thinking. Oh Christ, what the fuck are you? These larvae, holy shit.
Keep putting my scripts in movies, it's weird. Like King Kong survives at the end and kills everybody.
Dweebs, get out of the writing room.
Let's see what the message says.
Too late. I tossed the key into the river through the window.
Ahead. Oh yeah, I can see there's a bit of a congregation there. What the fuck? Dude, you're disturbing the mass. I wanna try to...
What about the Gamera movies? What are they like?
They're your standard kaiju affair. It's just that, you know, they have the big turtle, you know, as the protagonist instead of Godzilla. There's one where Gamora literally spins around a pole. It's amazing. Come here, you pansy. Oh no, you don't. There you go. I genuinely need to find more upgrading material for the Uchigatana because it's seriously getting power craft. Go. More embers, always appreciated. Let's get here. What do we have here? Try up. Sure. Let's get the elevator.
Another little thing I could do at some point. Try and find movies with the most baffling, completely at odds with what's going on screen musical scores.
Oh, I can think of a couple, I suppose, but I can't remember titles. And if you forgot, this is the entrance that was locked, so we have locked basically a gigantic shortcut instead. With this.
Like I've seen a couple. I've seen the second Peter Cushing Doctor Who Dalek movie.
Oh, here we go. Hey guys, see, we have found the Sigurd of Katrina. He seems to be actually there to give us a hand. Let's talk to him.
Friend, therefore betrayal ahead.
I don't know, Dweebs. Come on, look at him. He seems reasonable. Sure, he might not sound exactly like him, but you know, maybe he has a bit of a raspy voice.
It's right over there, across that narrow part. Treasure.
Oh,
Always so close.
that's very nice of
yet
you.
so far.
Thanks.
In quite a pickle.
It's a trap.
Now, guys, Sigurd has been very honest in general with us. He has really no reason to lie to us.
Just hold your horses a moment. I know. Treasure is so sorely tempting.
Nah.
I don't know, guys. Come on, might as well try. I don't see no reason why to trust him.
Your accent's a little wobbly there, sir.
Here, you'll bring the sword on yourself.
And he dramatically removes the helmet. Patches, love of my life, no!
Well,
How could
say hello to
you?
the nice giant. He adores visitors.
Why did he do this to me?
Top 10 anime betrayals, let's go.
Oh, please, the thing, however, in true Patches tradition, I can get back up to the place where he is, and then we're gonna have a talk.
Glad you find it amusing.
Well, like I said, Wibbs, Patches is the kind of guy that has the refugee audacity kind of bit, you know. He's kind of like Starscream in the Transformers series. Despite the actions that he does, he's so over the top and so way too egotistic for himself, despite, you know, a lot of times being over his head. But I cannot help but, you know, I love that. Alright, let's try to raise the bridges again. Can't believe it, I can't believe you've done this.
Teo trusts a person, knight pulls leather down. Why would Teo Scaved do this?
This is stupid. Alright, that means I have to deal with the giant again. If I recall correctly, you can potentially skip that encounter or completely avoid it if Patches, you know, if you manage to kill the giant here, because the entire point of Patches is to trap you here with the giant. But there is another way that it can show up that I don't think it can be triggered at this point. Basically, going back to the Firelink Shrine, it unlocks an encounter, you know, where it traps you in another place, then normally you would just go in fine, and that's where it shows up. This also means that since he has Sigurd armor, that basically means that Sigurd is somewhere and he has lost it. So we'll have to do something about that too. So let's get back up here. Alright, let's see if you're still here. No, he's already gone. If I recall correctly, he's on the other side. Let me use the binocular. Yep, there he is. Piece of shit. So I need to find a way to actually raise the bridge on this part. Let's get also what's the dual charm. Alright, let's see. I forgot actually, where do I raise the bridge there? Because if I recall correctly, if I move from the altar, I actually get to the boss fight, which is not something that I want to do right now. So I need to find a way, if I recall correctly, to get up from... there is a way to actually reach up there from the chandelier, basically. Let's see. Well, Dweebs, aside from Sonic 3, is there anything else in December that you're interested in?
Nothing that comes to mind, really.
Okay. I know that recently... Sorry, go on.
Maybe if there's a surprise cinema release of Godzilla Final Wars, since it's the 20th anniversary of the film this year, then
They
maybe.
probably would have advertised it already if they wanted to do it.
Well, Godzilla Day is not long from now, so
We'll have to see, of course.
yeah, I want to see that big epic fight between Zilla and Godzilla.
The one that lasts, what, 10 seconds?
Don't most of the fights in that film last about 10 seconds?
Mostly because they want to have all those kaijus, but at the same time, CGI is very expensive.
And also have the Matrix fight scenes.
Oh, sorry, what do you mean?
I heard in Final Wars there's a load of human fight scenes.
Oh, that are
kinda look
similar
like
to the Matrix, yes. Because, you know, they're... Again, you're not technically... Well, no, you have been there here for a while. Basically, at this point, it has been established that there are a fuck ton of alien races that, you know, in the Godzilla mythos. So, one thing that Final Wars does is to incorporate a bunch of them and have, you know, part of the fights being yet another invasion of the planet, of Earth. And as a result, some of the aliens have to fight some of the humans. It gets very over the top.
And that meme involving Gigan.
Yeah. There are a couple tied to the fight scenes. Oh, you're not there yet, actually, because, you know, one of the best one is in the... forgot which one. There is one where Godzilla has to fight a kaiju awakened by an underground, you know, species of human living, you know, under the earth. It's not aliens, it's just, you know, another species of human that is under the earth. And he has to team up eventually with the Jet Jaguar, another, you know, kaiju that I mentioned. Anyway, the Drang set we get from this. But one of the best things about that movie is a shot of Godzilla literally riding on top of its tail, using his atomic breath as a propeller, basically.
Yeah, I think I know that one. That's the one people used on a Reddit thread to discredit Simon Pegg having that weird statement that that the American Godzilla movies lately have just been cultural appropriation, rock and sock and stuff. Oh, and yeah, I've seen a few of the Japanese movies.
Again, honestly, Simon Pegg, if I had to be honest, in recent years has kind of lost it, if you ask me. Not necessarily to the point of complete madness, but I might as well just stop caring about him. Anyway, after collecting it, let's check the Drang set that we acquired. Where is it? There it is. Armor of a Drang Knights. Proclaim descendants from the land known for the legend of linking the fire. Fine protection that is both light and strong, having been reinforced with rare guy steel. The Drang Knights were once fierce sellswords, until trees of men descending into the abyss, and they were separated forever. Poor bastards.
Fun.
Not so much. Alright, let's find a way to get up and raise the bridge, because if I recall correctly, I may have to get onto that side. Fine, come here. Yeah, let's fight where it's a bit more open, please.
Please, I'll give you a chocolate bar.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't care about that, waves. It's more of a case where he probably cares more if you actually have said your 10 Hail Marys just for stepping over a line or some shit like that. That's also another thing with the when the mace is imbued with the Oleum element. Some of the attacks actually leave, you know, when he's shaking the ground, some of the attacks actually leave a small glint that later detonates for a small explosion. You can recreate that effect if you actually perform similar moves. There we go. Poof. Alright, let's move on. Large soul of unknown traveler. Okay, no, this is where the giant was. So where am I supposed... Maybe it's where the evangelist was. Let me get... Morn! Ow. That's another thing about the thieves, okay? They can get, since they have basically no major pieces of armor, you know, on their possession aside from the hat, they can get poisoned very easily by those fuming statues. There we go. Fuck. Away. Or at the very least, if I die, I can recover my souls more easily. Alright, let's go face the evangelist up here. I don't think the passage is here, however, because I've been here the last part. So... Oh yeah, sure, trap me in a corner while you're at it. Piece of shit. There you go. Thanks for bleeding. No, in fact, yeah, I get back from here. Yeah, I cannot even break these. No, yeah, I cannot even get back here. Ooh.
Betrayed and stuck.
No, it's bad. I know that there is technically a way to get back here, but I generally forgot. Let me see if I'm tracing back a bit. Ow. Because that also unlocks a shortcut on the other side, the one that we haven't opened yet. I want to make sure we deal with patches before we get to the boss fight.
Yeah, you need words.
It's clearly a misunderstanding. He will never do this to me. Again, I still adore the irony that William Wonderpoo is stuck between voicing characters in shows that cartoons that are for very young children, you know, but at the same time he has to voice someone like Patches.
A bit of spice for the career, I guess.
There we go. This gets me a deep gem. This is another infusing bit, but it's another dead end. The deep gem allows me to infuse with the appropriately the deep element, which if I recall correctly is a mixture between darkness and ice. Oh, so shit! Get off me! Can't believe it. My God, it
Like,
really,
emotions are already high right now. We don't need this.
it really might be a sewer level at this point. Yeah, get off. I don't care. Deal with the other monk. Because if I remember correctly, there was a passage from the entrance that I could have taken. Let's see. Yeah, if I recall correctly, I'm supposed to actually get up from there. But getting there is another story, so let me see.
This is a big building.
Yeah, like I said, like I said, it's not necessarily a difficulty spike, but you know, it's a bit of a test to see, you know, how much have you progressed so far, and you know how much can you take. I think it might be possible. Yeah, that's it. Alright, let me do this and return to the bonfire first, since it takes better, and I might as well. Sure, it respawns most of the enemies, but it's probably for the better. Because if I recall correctly, the shortcut that I opened, which was the Prince entrance, might have been a hint that I'm supposed to get back from that way to, you know, to get up. Also, might as well use this to talk about that. One thing that did came out recently was Sonic X Shadow Generations. I don't think you got it, Dibs, yet.
Not yet.
Okay, and I know you instead got it, Shiri, and again, without meaning to mention the story spoilers, if I understand correctly, you weren't particularly enthusiastic about classic Sonic's gameplay.
Sonic's gameplay in general, for the Generations remaster part of it, it did not age well. If it is indeed the same as it was back then, it did not age well. Shadow controls so much better, and I won't talk about the story. And I also haven't
completely
finished
different
it.
gameplay.
Yeah, the Shadow uses the Frontiers control apparently.
Huh.
The specifically the open zone controls, which are pretty smooth actually, and there's a lot going on. I won't say any more, but yeah, and so far the story is really good.
I know about the voice acting is generally a bit better over some minor bits, like someone posted again, not just telling in a generic way, an exchange that Shadow has with Rouge, and Kurt Thornton's line delivery for that one specifically is fine, but Karen Strassman, which has to say for that line something like, if I recall, like, yeah, okay, bye, something like that, she really sounds almost like she had no direction. I don't know what happened there. Especially because in the prequel animation, the voice acting was generally consistent. So
There's also there's like a little recap that you can watch at the beginning and such. Maria's voice, like the acting is good, but like the voice acting is also very quiet. Like this game in general is just very quiet as far as the voice acting goes. So like if you get the game, definitely turn up the voice volume a lot. Yeah, not really any complaints about the acting. More so the actors that they kept around. But yeah,
I was going to say, aside from that one complaint that you just had.
Well, Yeah, it's a bit of a many such cases, dweebs, basically to say. There's also the lines that have well, almost every, not all single one, but a lot of them actually have been slightly tweaked. A couple of them I understand them. Others feel a bit odd, but I'll need to do a bit more research on the matter to understand if there was a particular reason why where they changed.
Yeah, there was one where I suppose Generations is old enough that I can talk about at least the early
God.
game Sonic stuff.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, before the Death Egg robot fight, the original line is like, "Take a good look. It's the last look you'll get before I close your eyes forever." And they watered that line down.
Oh, that's another one that I was thinking of, but sure, yeah, that is not even paid too much attention to that one. No, there's also one.
It's one of my favorite lines in the game, and they just took it out.
Even in general, again, I do wonder what kind of guy. And the one that I'm more curious about, that I want to know if there was really a reason to it, or it's just, a case that they thought that it sounded better, phonetically. I said, is towards the end, again, even without having to say any particular story spoilers, it's just a line that Eggman is saying, that in the original release he did mention, I wonder if I will, in the future, I will become this crazy, while instead in his new version he mentions he will become eccentric. It feels almost specific, the fact that he changed the word, but again, I don't know much about if it was a case where Ian and the team thought it sounded bad or things like that. Because I know something similar happened with the recent remake of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Jesus.
I think there's some new music tracks as well.
Yes. Although I don't remember. Okay, I know that Crush 40 is involved in some fashion. I don't know where. I know that there are a bunch of different composers, including a couple of fans. But I don't think T. Lopez is involved. I'll need to ask Pedro because he knows more about the game as a whole.
I will say, get the game on sale or something. But yeah, it is worth it just for the Shadow campaign alone, honestly.
Deji last year asked to get the original, what it was possible, and I gave him a copy, since I felt charitable at that point, but it was almost a year ago, especially because the original, if I recall correctly, now if it's not already, it's going to be delisted. So.
And what?
I hate it when
version,
devs do that.
What version did you play?
For Sonic X Shadow?
Yeah.
Switch.
I'll get the PS5 version.
I'll probably get it on PC eventually.
Because I don't want my Switch to blow up.
I mean, aside from some, the occasional pop-in, it's actually been pretty fine. I have an OG Switch and the house hasn't burned down yet.
I know. Are
you sure? Have you checked?
It also it also depends. It's probably also gonna be a case where where Nintendo is gonna unveil the Switch successor soon enough, and they will probably have again, if they're smart enough, they'll probably have something similar to what the PS5 does with PS4 games, and if that's the case, it will probably will be a bit smooth. Not necessarily upscaling that much, but at the very least run a bit smooth. I also probably, again, if I ever get the game, I'll get the PC version because Sega, aside from the Nuvo, obviously, Sega tends to have a decent enough way to handle PC ports. The only other thing that I might be worried about, but I don't think it happened with Sonic titles, is the implementation of mouse and keyboard. It is the infamous message, real Yakuza play with a gamepad. thanks, but you know, I'll choose to do that. Again, Pedro recently got me a copy of DBZ Kakarot because he found it on sale and everything, and I was actually thankful for that. But I gave it a try for 5 minutes, and my god, Cyber Connect 2 and Bandai Namco did not even bother to have the keyboard and mouse prompts, despite the fact that the game is supported. So I basically have to guess on my own how the controls are. Alright, if I recall correctly, this particular area was something that I had not visited that much. Especially because there are a couple of the toolkits with tools and weapons. Ah, could have just gone up here normally. Oh well.
We watched a couple of the Sonic shorts recently. My favourite one is still that one where Sonic and Tails are held at gunpoint by a robofish, and Sonic just puts Tails in the way.
I don't remember that one.
Come on, man, you're invincible. I'd do it for you, but it will still hurt me. Thanks for understanding, man. Oh, what?
I remember now. I haven't watched the older ones in a long time.
Oh, it's one of those either fan-made or part of the old cartoon waves.
No, it's a compilation of little fan shorts.
Oh, because I thought
comedy ones.
I thought you were referring to the ones that were created as promotional material, like you know, the ones for.
Oh, like the actual YouTube short.
Yeah.
No.
It has been a while since you know, we got those. Sure, I guess the Shadow Prologue counts for that.
Well, if there are any way, there'll be one question I'll be able to answer for myself when I eventually get the game. If there are any tracks from Shadow the Hedgehog, the game, in there, did they remix them so that they sound not bland and boring?
Well, that will be up to your judgment. Okay, let's see from now.
I will not answer this question.
It seems that's my differing opinion to you guys, to the rest, at least most of you guys, when it comes to.
Honestly, I don't remember much of. I don't remember much of the tracks from Shadow, aside from one that was used in part of the not promotional material, but you know, part of the gameplay demonstrations for Shadow Generation, which was the art one.
The only tracks I remember are ones from levels that actually looked like they came from a Sonic game.
I remember Westopolis because I heard it 50 times.
I can't imagine why. Alright, let's see. Alright, maybe I need to... No, I don't need to jump off here.
Trying to get back to patches is very difficult.
Love does make you do many crazy things.
Did you use those checkpoints that let you get back and forth between bits of the level?
The bonfires. Yeah. Well, I still need to find a new one to.
Oh no, I was talking to. I thought you were still talking about the Shadow game.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, no. I was talking about this.
No, but honestly, Dweebs, I can tell you that my experience. I think I might need to go here. I can tell you, Dweebs, that my experience with Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game, was not particularly pretty. Although I can tell you that the marketing did the job it was supposed to do, because you know I bought the cover. I bought the game just because the cover looked cool. So there is that. But basically, I tried one path. I got stuck in that level where things are falling down. I can't remember for my life. You know, Pedro has mentioned a couple of times which one it is. It's about pieces of the art falling. I forgot what it's called.
I remember the stage, but not the name.
And because it's so slippery, I was like, well, fuck it. That's it. We're done.
Yeah, so there you go. Then next time if you're a fan of Sonic Heroes and someone says to you the controls are too slippery, just say, yeah, well, the game that came before it was slippery too.
Oh, didn't Shadow came after
Oh,
Heroes?
I thought you were talking about Adventure 2.
No, Shadow. Adventure.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
I did. As I mentioned in our run, I did completed Adventure 2, even though I still have nightmares from Mad Space.
I will say, this isn't a spoiler because a lot of recent Sonic games have had this. There are challenges in Shadow Generations, and one of them was like the description is like artificial chaos have taken over the Ark, and I had a visceral
Oh
reaction.
no!
Oh, no. Destroy all 80 of them.
Destroy the console.
Christ. All right, let me try to do one last thing, and otherwise we'll just call it a day and we'll try it again. Especially because Jova is supposed to have a period where he gets away. Because yes, I remember there is a passage that lets me go here. So let me see if I can get. No, it's definitely not from here.
Trying to wander around a game like this would stress me out.
That's the thing, also, Shiro. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't manage to find better my way easily. But it's just that I'm super rusty for this. It has been a long time since I played it for myself, if I have to be honest. And nowadays, I'm more used to to the control schemes improvements from Elden Ring, and as a result, this feels a bit more clunky. No, it's not. It's not here. Here, I'm supposed to, I think, go up from there. All right, one last attempt to basically circle back to the entrance that we ended up finding, and if we don't manage to find anything, I'll just call it a day. So also at the very least I'm close to the bonfire at the very least.
In the meantime,
Go on.
for other game/game adjacent things, since I'm not usually, the movie person,
Go on.
yesterday I and a bunch of other people got introduced to a lovely little village called Hinamizawa, where everything is so normal and cute,
Definitely.
and nothing bad will happen ever.
Especially
Is
during
that a
the
reference to
festival.
something?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Wibbs. Or you might get
It's for my brain to worry about at 3 a.m.
You might catch a curse otherwise.
Okay.
You know how things are.
Yeah, just like worry about cute things instead.
You do know, Siri, one of the things I've been watching lately is about a giant monster that steps on people indiscriminate.
Trust me, Wibbs, it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen products like? Well, no, you probably didn't, especially because I don't even know if they're available in your country. But there are a couple of movies that have some similar thematics, like Noroi the Curse.
I've never heard of it.
It's again, Japanese horror tends to be unique, and I don't mean in a bad way. It's just that it decides to have a particular way to scare the shit out of the audience. Alright, we're back to the bonfire, so before we rest, there is one last thing that we can do, and if I recall correctly, I can do that before getting back to patches. Is if we get... Well, first of all, let me just rest a bit to regain everything. There we go. Here you go. If I get back to the well here, Sigward starts talking, and this time is the real one. Hi, Sigurd.
I know that voice. Just how long has it been?
It's me, Siegfried of Katerina.
How did you get here?
I'm loath to admit it, but I've been
It's
had.
your mom.
It's your boy.
Swiped my armor.
It's me, your boy, Gunsmith.
Well, I haven't seen it. Basically, the quest line here is that when we get back to Patches, if we manage to, convince him to, renounce his life of crime, as usual, we will find a way to get back the armor of Sigurd, and as a result, we'll be able to give it back to his legitimate owner. So, but for the time being, he needs to be stuck in a well. Oh well.
Well. What are you going to do now? That was from a King's Quest game.
Yeah. Alright, on that note, we can conclude things here, so tune in for the next part where I will have found in the meantime the way to progress, hopefully without embarrassing myself more often, and we'll see if we can get back to Patches. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.